What's good, people? It's your boy. Anyway, with the release of the new Nightmare on Elm Street film only days away, your boy Warren felt that it was necessary to give you guys a brief history lesson on the earlier films. Well, at least the first two films anyway. Seems to me that the director and the writers of the reboot, reimagination, remake, whatever they're calling it nowadays, always seem to stress the fact that Jackie Earle Haley's portrayal of Freddy Krueger is a much darker and sinister Freddy than what we're used to. But what a lot of people don't remember, at least the younger generation, is that Robert Englund's portrayal of Freddy Krueger was originally a dark and scary character himself. It wasn't until the third film is when he became more of the ridiculous clown character that we got used to. I mean, really, I don't know. Whose fault is that? Is it the director, the writers, or the fans? You know, I vote D, all of the above. It was pretty much everybody. I mean, as the popularity of Nightmare on Elm Street grew, you know, the fans, they wanted more, and so the writers and the directors gave exactly what us as the fans wanted. You know, we wanted to see more Freddy, so we saw more Freddy. Unfortunately, it was at the expense of scaring us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you see Freddy Krueger at the beach with glasses on in the sun, something ain't right. But again, you know, that's what we wanted, and you can only do the dark, sinister Freddy for so long. I mean, let's remember that the film did span over the course of 2 decades of sequels, you know? I mean, if you were to take the Jackie Earle Haley portrayal of Freddy and stretch that over 6 or 7 sequels, I mean, really, how many times can you do the dark, scary Freddy? It's not going to happen, which is my point, which is why they don't do too many sequels anymore. I mean, that's why they're rebooting everything. I mean, they're rebooting the Texas Chainsaw Massacre again because they don't want to do too many sequels, because when you do that, that's when it starts to get ridiculous. And, you know, I just really want people to remember, you know, what Robert Englund and Wes Craven were trying to do, you know? I mean, hey, money talks, guys, and I mean, if you want to keep the franchise alive, you're going to have to keep changing things. You cannot stick with the same formula all the way through. It's just not going to happen. I mean, where will we be if we continued with this series of Nightmare on Elm Street, the new reboot, and we continued with a sequel and another sequel? I mean, come on. Can you really do the same thing over and over? No, they will be rebooting it by the time they get to a part 3, if they get to a part 3. I mean, Friday the 13th right now is in danger of not having a sequel, you know, so we'll see what's going on. But again, that's any film, guys. I mean, we got to remember that, you know, let's not beat up the original Nightmare on Elm Street series, because that's a whole entire different time, guys. I mean, that was the 80s, the 90s. I mean, filmmaking is just different. So yeah, Freddy was a clown. I'm not the biggest fan of the, you know, sequels, but definitely loved the first and second film. I mean, gosh, he was scary. I mean, you didn't see him much. He was dark, and he was just, you know, he was quiet. Man, I like part 2 is my favorite film. I think it was CCG's favorite too, and he was just very scary, guys. I mean, kill for me, you know. I still remember all that shit, man. I love it. So, I just want the director and the writers to quit saying, well, you know, we're approaching this, we're not using the original film as a reference, we want this to be its own thing. And I understand that, but at the same time, it's not, okay? How can you watch this and not think of the original? You know, I mean, you're just, all you're going to do is improve on what's already done, or try to anyway. We got new visual effects now you can add, and just remember where it came from, guys. Let's just remember that, because that's most important to me. But anyway, I am in no way trying to bash the new film, man. I am looking forward to it. I just want to make sure that they do it justice, that's all. So, once Customs is out, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Week, baby. Yeah!